Good evening. The sun has set and the Chicago nights come alive. It's time for mystery, intrigue, and just a bit of strangeness as Hexaco Motor Oils presents the Hexaco Mystery Radio Hour, sponsored by Hexaco. I'm Silver Sterling, and join me as we bring you tales from these dark streets and darker alleys in Gun for Hire.
Everybody loves having a good time, but one person's good time can be another's nightmare. Take our trio of Grace Gunn, Tommy Bam Bam Prue, and Irving Holt. Right now, they're not having a real whoopie time at all. But to the strange things from the shadows that they're fighting, I'm betting they think this is a real stompin' rub. But I'm gonna guess those tables might turn before the night is out.
When it comes to violence, everyone handles it a little differently. Some deal with it with a shot from a .38.
Or a shot that lands them on the front page.
Or a shot to the gut, followed by a second to the chin.
But no matter how it's dealt out, the message is always clear.
You mean business. Violence is never pretty. It leaves a permanent mark.
Sometimes it can be as obvious as the scars on your face or the calluses on your knuckles.
And other times, it's not as obvious, leaving that mark on your soul or conscience.
And it also reveals a truth, like where you stand in the pecking order, as you or your opponent lies sweating and bleeding on the mat as the ref nears the number 10.
Or on the front page of the paper as your guilt is captured in a single frame for all the world to see.
Or as your eyes are covered in the sheen of your own boiling blood when you're told the uncomfortable truth and learn that your husband or wife is bringing a new meaning to the phrase, working late.
But that ugly little thing that leaves that mark
is with us, inside us, just waiting for an excuse to be used.
And how we use it, if we use it, is something we have to decide every day.
Okay, so we last left. You had wounded or shaken the one ghoul here, and with a couple of quick shots. And as you were attempting to regroup, you heard some more hissing sounds, and you looked around and you saw more ghouls descending and coming out of the shadows, descending the walls, climbing down face first, by the way, too, which is, the way to do it. And closing in on you. And then, yes, I had also played the Let's Settle This card. So no wounds can be gotten rid of until a Joker is drawn. So
until you get the Joker this turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, until the Joker shows up with this one. So let's see what happens with that. So it looks like first up is going to be Bam Bam with the King of Spades.
Bam Bam doesn't like the fact that he punched this thing twice and it didn't seem to take it, so he's going to double down.
Sounds like Bam Bam.
And give him the old single punch hard knock wind up.
A 4 is going to miss.
He lands another blow, but it doesn't seem affected.
And you could tell this one, he hasn't fully regained his senses yet, so he's not really reacting to you coming, but yet you still swing, and it it hits him in the face, and he does one of those head snaps, and his head comes back around, his jaw drops, and there's some blood mixing with the excessive amounts of saliva that are coming off of his teeth. And you may have actually snapped him out of his little reverie there. We'll find out.
The words of Beetle come to Tommy's mind about, "You're getting soft, Tommy. You're getting soft."
And next up is Irving. You have two that are essentially dropping down behind you.
That is correct. What I'm thinking is using the my umbrella cane and opening the umbrella to shove snow in both those guys' faces while I backpedal to make them distracted, I guess would be the condition I'm trying to use to buy some time.
I think you could totally do that. That to me probably sounds maybe like an athletics.
Okay, I can do that. That is not his best attribute, but I will give it a shot regardless. I rolled a 4.
Okay, and do you want to keep that 4?
Do I want to? I've only got one Benny left. I think I'm gonna save it to put one down. So I will stick with the 4 and hope they roll low.
All right.
Which probably won't happen.
Actually, it did.
I'll take that.
Nice. Yeah. So you swing your cane around and you kind of almost do like a half scoop with it, grabbing some of the snow that's there. And this one is coming right at you. He's just landed and he's about to spring, and you pop open your umbrella and it sprays him with snow, and he absolutely becomes distracted.
And then Irving is going to take some steps back to regroup with Grace.
Back to back, Irving. Back to back.
That's right. Back to back to back.
All right, my turn. So Bam Bam, you walk up there and you just step forward, you wind up, and you just clock this thing right in its face, and it snaps back. Its head snaps back, and it hisses at you as you did draw a little bit of blood. But then you hear the sounds of the other creatures coming in around you. You spare a quick moment to turn and look, and you can see at least the 3 that are kind of closing in around, or coming around the front and back of the taxi cab and coming up through the other alleyway there towards Grace. And make me a spirit check. And this will actually be at a -2.
And this is actually at -3 because I have 1 level of fatigue. So I got a 3 on my spirit check.
Got a 3. All right. Are you going to keep that?
I have to.
Oh, that's right. You're Bennyless. Oof. All right. You're going to need to do something cool, man, to get some bennies back. So you turn and you look and you see these things closing in, and that coupled with the fact that you expected to take this thing out with one good solid punch to the face, and it didn't. And because you had failed a certain spirit check earlier in the last session, coupled with the fact from you recall a particular dime novel of Young and Holt that you had read before about this time when they were fleeing from this town, and all of these little flaming bugs were chasing them down in this like swarm of creatures as they were running for their lives. And all of these things kind of combine in your head, and you're getting a similar sensation as you feel like this trap closing in on you. And you also get a little bit fearful in this, and you too have taken on a condition as well. And it shakes you a little bit. Bam Bam, you are vulnerable.
So wait, Bam Bam might actually get hit?
He may get hit. It all depends if this ghoul can unshake himself. So let's see if he can. He cannot. He cannot unshake. He hisses at you, and then it's like the pain finally sinks in a little bit, and then his hands immediately go to his face, and he just continues to just snarl and scream at you, but he doesn't move. All right, this one, though he is distracted, he's still going to come at you, Irving, as is this one. And this one's coming up to Grace. And these two are just essentially they're crawling up over the car, so they're not on you yet. They're going to be on you next round. But these two are going to attack. And you said the distracted one, he's -2 on his trait rolls, correct?
Yes.
All right, but he does get a gang up bonus, so he's effectively -1. So the distracted guy, he absolutely misses. He comes at you, Irving, and with his claws leading the way, and he still has some snow on his face, and he just claws at you wildly, and you actually parry a couple of his strikes with your cane. So just as you deflect away the claw attacks from the ones with the snow on him, the other one kind of climbs over his body, coming at you in the same way, and you bring your cane up just in time for both of his claws to like grab onto it and hold on tight. But you have stopped his attack cold. Grace, on you, this one comes up. Jeez. And he dives at you, and were you on the ground still, or have you gotten back up?
I had stood up. I think I'm facing the big golem down by Bam Bam.
You're standing there, and you're about ready to take a better assessment of the situation, and you sense something behind you, and you turn and sidestep just as this one goes raking past you with its claws. But it does miss you. And now it is your turn, Grace.
Quick, hit the one that's vulnerable.
I know better than to do that, Irving.
She shot him once already. She didn't do it again.
Look, we don't talk about that incident anymore, so I don't think you guys have all the details.
No, not yet, but I'll get down to the truth of the matter. Don't worry.
So the one that missed me, I'm going to turn my attention towards him. And approximately how far away is he?
He's within 3 feet. He's easily very close to you.
Okay.
In your face.
So, but I only have 3 bullets. Okay, something silly just kind of occurred to me. In the jostling around, I kind of, run my back up against Irving. We kind of hit each other.
Sure.
This is so mean now that I'm thinking about it.
Go for it.
Reach down, grab your cane, and I have no idea what exactly this is going to be, but I want to swing the cane at this thing that missed me, assuming he's moderately kind of off. Is he off balance at all? Or
he's not off balance. I mean, he missed you, but he's not in any sort of condition where it would mechanically benefit you. But you absolutely can grab Irving's cane, as he pushes off the one who just grabbed him, and he's swinging his cane around. You can essentially intercept it, pull it, and take a swing at this one. Absolutely. And that would just be a straight up fighting roll.
Which she doesn't have, so that's a D4 minus what?
D4 minus 2 for untrained skill, yes.
Well, at least I rolled better on that one.
You did.
So it would be a 2.
A 2, which is still a miss. Although it looked really cool. So you are you going to keep that too?
I don't want to use my last Benny.
So you grab Irving's cane and you whirl with a swing, and the creature ducks underneath it. And your momentum kind of carries you. I mean, you're still in that same square, but it kind of carries you right over and around.
Nice pirouette.
Yes.
Duck, Irving.
Go wait for my turn for that one.
I saw that going so differently in my head. Like me actually hitting the guy.
From behind you, you hear the crack of another gunshot, and you take a quick look. Or Grace, you can probably see this as you spin, but Irving, you would see this out of your peripheral vision. The cabbie has gotten out of the car, of his cab, and he's kind of, he's still kind of like seated right by the open door or kneeling by his open cab door. And he has taken a shot at this one, but it missed, going right over his head and ricocheting off into the brickwork of the building there. So let's do a new round. There's the Joker. And it looks like you guys got it, so you're each going to get a Benny. So let me sort this. All right, and who got that? That would be Irving who got that Joker.
Oh, is that me?
And this one is still distracted, by the way, because he has not taken his turn yet.
So does that card go away now?
It also, yes, the card goes away.
Yay.
All right, can I go after Grace?
You can, yeah, if you want, sure. So, Grace, you are first.
Why did you just do that?
So that you can use my club again before I take it away from you. That's why.
Okay, good reason. Since I still have the cane, since it didn't work the first time, I am nothing if not persistent. I'm going to take the cane and I'm going to counter the spin that I'm in. So kind of backhand, if you will, with the cane to try to hit him again.
Oh, so you're essentially.
So if I'm spinning left, I'm going to swing my arm right and
got it.
Kind of.
So
yeah,
essentially
counter my move.
Got it. All right. That sounds cool. I'll even give you a +1, so you're just a D4 -1 at this point.
Oh, you're such a benevolent GM.
Don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. It's still only a 2, though.
I don't know. I think she may have had an epiphany while she watching the ghoul dodge the other attacks, so she knows how to hit him and gets a reroll.
Are you trying to get me to spend a penny?
No.
No. This gives you a free reroll.
He's playing the plot twist card.
Oh, he played a card.
All right, I like that. That's a good use of that card. All right, that's fair. All right, I'll give you a free reroll on that. That's much better. Look at that.
She knew exactly how he was going to dodge.
I'm sorry, Brad. I didn't see you play the card.
That's fine.
That's why I'm like, what is going on? Sweet.
All right, so yeah, with the -1, that ends up being a 6, which is a hit. So yeah, you swing it around, and knowing how he ducked last time, you compensate for that, and you just come around with the cane and you catch him right underneath his chin. So go ahead and roll the damage. Club what? Strength plus D4? What is it, Brad?
This is a heavy club, actually.
Ooh, okay.
So it is a D6 plus strength.
Excellent. Oh, so we have what? 3 total points?
That's what it looks like.
You should spend a penny.
All right, unless you want to spend a penny, reroll that damage. I mean, you can't do much worse.
That's true.
I mean, you literally can only do 1 point worse.
That's true. All right. Yay.
One better.
All right. So you come around and you clock this thing in its face with the cane. You spin it a little bit, but he catches his spin on the pavement with his claws that kind of dig in to the asphalt. Then he turns and looks at you, and he takes one claw and just kind of wipes it across his mouth as there's just a little trickle of blood. And then you see him smile and teeth begin to show, but he does not appear to be affected adversely by your hit.
A few expletives come out of my lips as my movement again kind of hits me up again against Irving's back, and I feel his arm kind of come around going, give me that, and I relinquish the cane.
Excellent. All right, the ghouls are going to go next, unless you do indeed want to jump.
I said I was going after her, so I'm definitely okay. So that gives me a +2 to all traits and damage, correct?
Correct.
All right, I am going to do a multi-action then. I'm going to retrieve my cane with one hand, jab it at the distracted guy.
Okay.
And then with my other, I'm going to draw my tiny little pistol and shoot the other one next to me.
Nice.
All right, so let's do that fighting check. That is a D8 on the distracted one. How about an 11?
That is going to be a hit with a raise.
I like that.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll damage for that?
You can do it however you want, man.
Okay, let's do that. So 11 damage.
11 damage. Right on the nose. So you're stabbing him with your cane?
Yeah, so as I feel the cane bump up against my side, I grab it by its point and just swing it around and clock him upside the head with it. And in the spin, I draw the gun, drop to a knee, and shoot the other one.
Cool. I like that.
Now to do my much worse ability. Let's see, where's that gun? There we go. How about a 5?
5 will hit.
For 5 damage.
Tickle him more.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna reroll damage. I've got the +2. I would like to take, or at least shake him if I could.
Oh boy.
Oh, that is much better.
Nice.
Holy Hannah!
Oh wow, that was really good rolling for this set.
Irving, I will never tease you about your little baby gun again.
So what happened is he drops to the knee, is about to shoot him and just like graze him, but Grace's bump against him knocks his aim up and hits him right in the head instead.
Perfect. It kicks him up right off his feet, and then he promptly just lands dead on the pavement.
Very well done, sir.
Thank the dice. I've been getting lucky in combats.
Now it is their turn. This one is going to attempt to become unshaken, and he still can't do it. He's just I don't know what his deal is.
Bam Bam jogged him a little too hard.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. It's all Bam Bam's fault.
Yeah. So he's sitting there, kind of crouched, and he's got his hands on his face, and he's just attempting to try and look intimidating at you as he's hissing. It's looking like Bam Bam's not buying it, but these other ones. They close in. This one leaps. That was just getting shot at. He leaps off of the car. Let's see actually who does he go to? He actually comes at you, Irving. So he leaps from the car right towards you. This one here, though, he does decide to jump at the cabbie. So he scrambles up on top of the hood of the car and going after him. And Grace, this one is still going to go and get at you. So let's attack you first, Irving. And that's going to miss your parry.
The duck. It's when I dropped to a knee to shoot. His swipe went right over my head.
It did. It just goes right past. Grace, what is your parry?
4.
4. All right, he got it right on the nose. He leaps off the car and he lands and he tries to use that momentum to reach forward and get you, Irving. But you're not there because of the crouch. And so he's like right next to you, getting ready to attack. Grace, you've backed up, so you're back to back with Irving, but this one, he follows you exactly, and he comes and tries to sink his teeth into your shoulder. So let's roll some damage here. What's your toughness, Grace?
5.
5. All right, which is exactly what I got.
Well, stop that.
And you are now shaken. All right, and then this one goes and fights the cabbie, and doesn't seem to be doing very much. He scrambles across the hood of the car to come and get him, but the cabbie, he essentially ducks back in as the claws kind of follow him back into the car. Bam Bam, it is your turn.
Bam Bam is seeing these creatures close in, has the flashbacks of these fiery creatures from the novel, and from the night terrors that he had the night before. They were actually in his dreams. He goes to move back and kind of bumps into Irving and Grace just a little bit, realizes he can't go that way, starts to shift to his right, kind of hits the wall of the alleyway, and he's just feeling trapped. So he needs to get away. So he's just going to charge the one in front of him and try to grab him around the waist and just lift him up off the ground as he's moving forward and slam him down.
Nice. All right. Make that fighting.
Nope. Burning a Benny.
All right. That 6 is going to hit. Oh, you don't have a Benny to reroll the damage. So...
No, but it's just enough that... do I move him back a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll let's kick you both essentially in that same square. So you have you absolutely did. You charged forward and you scooped him up, and you, in essence, kind of then leapt a little bit and you landed on top of him, hoping that your girth might crush him a little bit. And he does kind of, but he appears unfazed by your actions.
And Tommy's feeling a little better about the open air around him and not feeling so confined.
And the cabbie is scrambling in the back, so he's going to take a shot. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So is the cabbie's name Dan because he's a Deadeye?
No kidding. Jeez. Wow. Okay. Jeez. So, Grace, you see this, and Irving, you actually probably see this as well. So the ghoul, he came up on top of the roof after the cabbie, and the cabbie threw himself back into the front seat of the car. The claws kind of followed in afterwards, didn't catch anything, and then the creature essentially was leaning over the hood of the car and putting his upper half of his body into the front seat of the car, and you hear this kind of semi-muffled gunshot go off, and then you see this just spray of gray and red as the creature's head explodes, and the body just kind of slumps off of the top of his taxi cab.
We're not in the line of gore, are we? I don't want to have to deal with blood and brain matter.
Might be a couple little splatters that get you, but nothing significant. Most of it is sprayed out on the snow that is on the ground here.
Okay.
So new turn puts Grace up front. Grace, you are shaken, so why don't you give me a spirit roll, modified by your fatigue, and let's see if you can unshake yourself. 6. Nicely done. The creature has, he bit into you a little bit and actually tore a little bit of your overcoat, but you mustered up some strength and you pushed it off of you, and you are certainly free to act.
So is this thing still hanging onto my shoulder?
You pushed it off enough so that it's not gripping onto you, no. Unless you want it to be because you want to do something cool, then we absolutely will have it hanging onto you. Or if you want to do something cool after it's been pushed off of you. Whatever you're going to do, it's going to be cool, so...
No pressure.
What is it that you want to do? Let me ask you that.
Well, initially I was thinking if he was still hanging on my shoulder, I was going to grapple him somehow and try to flip him over and off my shoulder.
Okay.
But if I've kind of pushed him off already, I can also see pulling my gun out, or the gun never went away, but pointing it at this thing and trying to shoot him.
If you were to do the first option, that would be an athletics roll, probably an opposed athletics roll. But if you want to do the other thing so you can shoot at him, I'm totally fine with that.
Well, why don't we go with the shooting? I have better stats in shooting.
All right. So yeah, you push this thing clear enough, and you get your gun back in your proper grip.
6.
A 6 is definitely going to hit.
About time. 8. He pissed me off. He ruined my new jacket.
Do damage rolls explode?
Oh, yes, they do.
Because that's a 6.
Yeah, so roll another d6 then and add it to that 8. All right. So we're looking at a total of 12. All right, Miss Gunn.
Oh, I like this.
So with your gun, tell me how you take this creature out. What happens when you shoot it? Where do you hit it?
Considering how close it is, probably still to me. I mean, it's obviously far enough away where I can shoot him. I'm thinking high. So he's going to kind of mimic what happened to his buddy on the car, as far as cranial unit opening up and blood and gore all over the place, which will invariably get me, I'm sure, because he's so close. But like I said, I was mad. He ruined my new overcoat. What's a little blood?
That's right. What's a little blood between enemies? But fortunately, it's still not as much because the momentum of the bullet is going away from you. So there is a little backsplash, but the section of his head that you take out, most of it sprays across the alleyway.
Does it happen to hit the other ghoul?
It does not, because it's going this direction.
That would have been beautiful.
That would have been nice. But it definitely falls dead to the ground. And that brings us to Bam Bam and friends on rolling around in the ground.
Now I have 2 bullets.
Good thing there's only 2 ghouls left.
Yeah.
Don't make me do all the work, Irving.
So Tommy has now picked this thing up and kind of slammed it down where he is on top of it, and he is just going to 1-2, just boom, boom, aiming for the head, trying to get some damage done on this thing. Be a 7, so a normal hit.
Yep, just normal hit at that point.
So that's the first damage.
Is 11.
And the second punch is totally gonna miss.
All right, so with the 11, however, that is, and plus he's already shaken, So he's essentially taken 2 wounds at this point. So how does this ghoul go down?
So Tommy, slamming this thing down into the ground, kind of cracking its head a little bit from the last time, just drops down on top of him and left right into the face of this thing as it is just staring up at him through this smirky growl of teeth. And Tommy enjoys breaking them as he brings both fists down, pounding in until everything just crunches under his fists.
Dealing with some anger there, Tommy?
Serious anger.
This guy stood up longer than some of his opponents in the ring.
yeah, really.
I didn't sleep good last night.
Oh, remind me never to get in your way.
Yikes. All right. Nicely done. Yeah, you just... as there's just like wisps of steam coming up from its crushed head.
I believe this is round 5?
I believe so, yes.
So my protection is gone now, so I no longer have my nice 12 toughness.
Oh. I'm thinking you won't have anything to worry about here. All depends.
Good thing there's only one
Yeah, all
left.
depends what Irving does. Which, by the way, it's his turn.
It is indeed. So Irving is going to... No, they're not smart enough. That's not going to work. I guess I'll just do a fighting attack.
When swinging the cane?
Yeah. It's probably a good thing I did.
Yeah. Now that is a hit with that 6.
That is for 8 damage. So Irving uses the momentary lapse when when Grace fires and the ghoul looks over there to just send the point of the cane right into its ribs and hear that crunch.
Yeah, it's a little crunch and there's a little sharp exhale as it turns its attention back to you. And now I have a new one that can try and unshake. Nope, he's not. Gosh damn it. But what he is going to do, though, seeing what's going on, he is going to leave the combat. And I do believe you do get essentially a free attack on him as he's moving away.
Instead of a free attack, can I take a picture?
Yes, but since your camera's not ready, make me a camera roll at -2.
I can do that. See, Irving's been thinking about this from the moment he saw him, so he was ready.
Nice.
See, what he didn't see is throughout the battle, he's getting the camera ready with his other hand as he fights. So he can pull it out at an instant's notice, line it up, and take that shot as it's scrambling away.
Excellent. So even with a -2, you get a 9, which is a success with a raise. So you essentially catch a clear and scary, dramatic looking image of this ghoul as it's turned away from you. I mean, you know it's running, but it's like half looking back at you, and so you capture the glowing eyes and the large mouth with the teeth as it's doing its sort of lope running. So like one hand is up and it's got, you can see the unnatural claws on the end of its human-like fingers and whatnot. But you absolutely do get the shot. Or at least you'll discover that when you develop it. Let's put it that way.
Is it possible for me to take a shot at him with my gun?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do this because range might matter, but you certainly can do that. All right. No, it looks like he will get a little bit of distance on you, but not much unless he unshakes. He doesn't unshake. So he can only move half speed, I believe, which isn't much. So yeah, Grace, you can even step up a bit, like over the corpses of these other ones.
Yeah, I'd probably want to get Irving out of the way. So
yes. So you absolutely, and you're still going to be in short range, so you don't have to worry about that. But you can totally take a shot at him.
Okay. 4 hits. All right.
So that is a hit. Just standard damage.
7.
All right, Miss Gunn. So this thing was already shaken. You did just enough damage to cause it a wound, which means you're going to kill it. So,
nice shot.
Yeah, no kidding. So how does this one go down with your last bullet, no less?
That would have been my last bullet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it so cool.
She went into this fight knowing exactly how many bullets she needed.
It doesn't hit him in the head this time with this one. Probably more chest, kind of throwing him back a little bit. And she says to this thing under her breath, "That's for my coat," and just pulls the trigger.
And now, clever communiques of contrivance shall commence to continue your comportment of contentment.
Don't let the depression repress your sense of style, fashion.
Exciting developments in patent science are bringing you the latest and greatest materials for you to wear when you step out for the night.
Yes, allow us to introduce you to the newest fabric that's fit for any occasion. It's suede.
Suede. Suede is the timely textile for your anytime, perfect for all occasions, styles, and genres.
Taking to the air for some daring do, it's suede.
Suede. Don't look weird in the West, use suede. Suede.
Hitting the Noir streets, set the trend with suede.
Suede. And now you can even find your path in life with suede. Suede.
With suede, you'll be an ace in fashion and comfort. You can wear it 4, 6, 8, 10, even 12 hours a day.
And it's perfect for all ages, even at 50. Fathom the look you'll love with suede. Suede. So to all you ladies and gentlemen out there, don't just be a success, raise your fashion bar with suede.
It's time to take your style out of 1920 and into ships of the future with suede.
Suede. Available exclusively at Peggy's.
And there you go. It ends with a shot on a cold, slick street. Where our crew goes from here and how they deal with what they saw and fought, well, we'll find out soon enough. Alright, that's enough for now, so shake a leg till next time. But just so we're clear, the part of Grace Gunn was played by Jill Rich, Irving Holt is played by Brad Smith, Tommy Bam Bam Prue is played by Brent Rich, and the boss in charge of this clip joint was Chris Hussey. I'm E.I. Wick, and remember, taking a wooden nickel is less trouble than a Ghost Rock dime.
Hexaco Motor Oils thanks you once again for listening to the Hexaco Mystery Radio Hour, sponsored by Hexaco. This game references the Savage Worlds game system, available from Pinnacle Entertainment Group at peginc.com. It is unofficial media content permitted under the Media Network Content Agreement. This content is not managed, approved, or endorsed by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Certain portions of the materials used are the intellectual property of Pinnacle, and all rights are reserved. Savage Worlds, all related settings and unique characters, locations, logos, and trademarks are copyrights of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Thanks also to Fear the Boot. Support their Patreon at patreon.com/feartheboot. Bring a little light to our dark shadows by leaving a 5-star review on the podcatcher of your choice. When doing so, please search for Fear the Boot Actual Play. If you listen on YouTube, please like and comment. Of course, telling a friend is the best way to help the show. Not only is it the right thing to do, it's the Hexaco way. Hexaco reminds you to help keep your car running like magic and always use great Hexaco products. I'm Silver Sterling, and until next time, remember to keep one eye on the shadows.